Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much. It is Thursday. I said thank you so much before I said
thank you for watching. That's all,
Thank you.
folks.
Jamie, thank you for joining us. This is Two Guys Tech's Thursday News and Tech. Tech and News.
Yes, it is.
Wow. your tech news show, right? Okay. John.
Yes.
We weren't here last week because of the American Turkey Day holiday.
Yes.
Also known as the Thanks of the Givings.
Mm-hmm.
How was your Thanks of the Givings?
You know, it could have been better. I was with a real piece of work. I had Thanksgiving with you and your parents, who were very, very, very friendly.
So you enjoyed
delicious food, and they were giving.
You enjoyed your time with everybody but me, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh well, I didn't. It's weird because I didn't have the same feeling. I enjoyed my time with you.
Well, thank you.
Now I feel like I misunderstood. Anyway, okay. I'm glad to be back. I'm sure you are as well.
Yes.
But because I opened the show, that means you get to open.
That is right.
I'm showing the closing. That's our names.
That's okay. And
that's John. I'm Rich.
We're sitting in the right place.
And we're sitting in a good thing. We're sitting in the right place. I'm so thankful for that. All right. Who am I? All right. Moving on. That's Brandon in the background there. Okay. Let's go. Start topics. John, let's talk video games.
All right. Campo Santo, who made one of my favorite games, Firewatch, had a sad announcement that their next game, Valley of the Gods, has been delayed and most likely indefinitely. So.
Why?
Well, they are all working on Valve's next game, which actually has a release date. Apparently, Valve can set time. And they're working on the next game, Alex, which is in VR, which I am super excited about. But I'm a little sad that Valley of the Gods is no more.
No Half-Life 3, man. It's not Half-Life 3. We are only talking Half-Life in VR.
So, trailer?
Trailer.
Let's see what we're never going to get to see.
Yeah, I don't know why you wanted to show people other than maybe you just like the pain of not getting to see this. So
yeah, I get excited about stuff and then it's a total letdown. It's my theme in video games. All right.
No, that's my theme in video games. When you suggest a game to me, it's always a letdown.
Pretty much, Rich, you should buy this. Oh, it's horrible.
What was that game called?
You recommended Fallout 76. I'm just going to add that.
Everybody recommended Fallout 76. No one could have known.
All right, so this is from the co-founder, Jake Rodkin. To fans looking forward to In the Valley of Gods, it's probably clear that the optimistic 2019 at the end of the announcement trailer isn't going to be accurate. In the end, Valve time makes fools of us all. Yeah.
Get this guy a snare drum and a crash cymbal.
Yeah. But yes, developers from the former Campo Santo team have joined other projects at Valve, including Half-Life Alyx.
Because they were bought by the Valve.
Yes, they were. And Valve doesn't release games.
Right.
So, That's basically all I have for this. This game looked awesome, I thought, and
So is it? Do you know anything about what the game was going to be?
they've hardly said anything about it in the first
Okay.
place. It's just kind of a mystery game.
It looks like they're in Egypt
They are in
and they're
Egypt.
discovering
Things.
and stuff.
That's probably the plot.
Yes.
That was how they
And
sold it.
something will happen. There'll be like a mummy.
Okay.
I'm making this up. I
Well,
don't know.
it could be true because we'll never know.
And there's like, grab my hand, take my strong hand.
All right. Basically, that's all I have. I was sad this game's not going to come to fruition.
Fruition. Yes, I'm with you.
But there you have it.
Okay, John, that's a bummer for you.
We're just feeling so sad.
Okay, so I mean, I liked Firewatch. Firewatch was a great game, and I enjoyed playing it.
Mhm.
I enjoyed meeting
Sissy Jones.
Sissy Jones, so I wasn't gonna name drop, and we just did.
Well, you just. That was going to be the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to name drop. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I enjoyed that game. I thought it was a phenomenal game, and that was like their first game, Campo Santo, right? That was they basically got bought by Valve because of one game. Right?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
the game
probably
was
a safe assumption.
and it was such an extremely popular game that how could you not buy them? And apparently, Half-Life Alyx is more important.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, I'm still gonna buy. I think I might have already pre-ordered.
I think you did.
I think I already did.
So I'm not too far behind you there.
Yeah. Get it if you got it. Moving on. Let's talk about Plex. Plex is something that we use a lot. Actually, a lot of people do. So, but if you don't know what Plex is a piece of software that you run on a lot of different platforms. It could be a Windows computer, it could be a Linux computer, it could be your NAS, your network attached storage, and lets you basically create your own streaming media platform out of your own personal media, right? Whether that's your music, your videos, your movies, TV, whatever you've got, you can then stream it to yourself or to your friends, anything like that.
Create your own Netflix.
But exactly, I should have thought of that. Anyway, create your own Netflix. Netflix has now created its own Netflix inside of it, except it's free.
It's Rich Flix.
It's Rich Flix.
Rich Flix.
But now this is Plex Flix. So Plex is now offering for free, ad-supported, streaming of movies within the Plex platform. It doesn't.
Yes.
It's basically a new edition that's in Plex if you open the Plex app, and you can go view. What did you say? Like 1,000 movies?
So, ever I saw it said 1,000 movies, but I kind of went through the list and I found 4 that I wanted to watch.
Well, the movies were admittedly like the ones that don't cost a lot of money.
No, they're like remember back in the day, like Turner specials or like PBS.
Yeah,
not PBS.
TBS. Yes.
TBS.
PBS.
Yeah, PBS.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might be some PBS movies on there.
Yeah, they were totally showing Evil Dead. So.
Right. Yeah. Which, by the way, Evil Dead is phenomenal.
I have 4 here that I saw that caught my eye.
Evil Dead is the kind of movie that everyone has to experience at least once.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a Jackson movie, a Peter Jackson movie.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Dead Alive. Evil Dead is the other one with Bruce.
Yeah.
Campbell?
Bruce. Yes.
I can't think.
Wow.
Words. I'm getting laughs from back here over here. Anyway, so obviously the cheaper stuff. What is ad supported, which means that watching it, you're gonna be forced to watch an ad, which is not a big deal. I actually kind of like it because it means it extends my library even further.
Yeah.
It's available now. Available in 200 countries, but some videos are region locked. Maybe that's why you're not seeing all 1,000 is because you're not. No, that's not why. But some stuff is region locked, so you can't watch certain things that the owners of that content don't want you to see.
Right.
So
it's something no one was expecting, and they may be not the best movies.
I don't know if no one was expecting.
There are a few gems in there, but no one was expecting this, so I just called it a bonus.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, thank you for joining us. Good to have you, man. So, I don't know because they integrated like that title stuff, which was like that's Jay-Z's like lossless audio streaming platform that's expensive and I don't know if it's actually successful, but they added a plugin for that so you could set up your title connection and then you could stream title through it. Don't know why you'd want to do that. Why not just go straight to the app? But it was there. And they also integrated a bunch of like web-based content already. So you could watch the news, you watch certain streaming content. Now you get even more
extras.
Right. So, and it doesn't matter if you're a Plex Pass user or not.
Oh, I thought you had to have a...
No, it's available to anybody who connects with the app.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you can just log in, create an account on Plex, and you can start watching that stuff.
All right, well, download Plex.
Download Plex. So, long story short, something you're pro or not?
my pro or not.
Are you gonna? Is it something you're gonna use, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna?
I got a list of 4 movies here. I got
Well-
Evil Dead, Red Dawn,
Red Dawn.
Terminator.
Wolverines.
Yes, Bill and Ted's
Patrick
Bogus Journey.
Swayze.
Those are the 4 I'm probably gonna watch.
I love myself.
I don't know.
some
My wife's
Patrick
gonna be watching
Swayze.
Roadhouse later.
Is
Roadhouse is on there.
Maybe some of that Dirty Dancing.
Oh,
You look like a Patrick Swayze kind of guy.
whatever that means.
Head.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Thank you, Brandon.
It means you got great muscles and a mullet. That's what it means. John's got great muscles and not a mullet. There you go.
All right, next topic.
That's great.
Rich has officially killed the Plex topic.
I don't want to say. Moving on, shall we?
Shall we? Yes.
We shall. Actually, yeah, you're next. Let's talk about.
Thanksgiving did something to your head. All right, so
It's been a long 2 weeks. ladies and gentlemen.
AT&T has a service called FirstNet, which is only for first responders.
Yes.
And basically, it is just so that when there's an emergency, a lot of the networks get clogged up with everyone texting each other, calling each other, "What's going on? Are you okay?" So this is a service reserved for first responders
Okay.
that their
Legit
service will
stuff.
always be open.
Legit.
Correct. So they are adding a blimp to their fleet, so that's actually going to broadcast service to
Just for
the first responder subscribers.
I wonder how they actually differentiate regular people from first responders. They must have handsets that have sort of.
Well,
Thing in
it's
them
a
that
subscription
prioritize-
service, so I mean your phone's probably going to be set up to it.
So can I subscribe to the blimp?
No, it's
cell
for governments only.
Oh,
Blimp service.
Blimpy.
Rich wants to know what's going on when S hits the fan.
I just want to be able to get my internet when everything around me is on fire.
Yeah.
That's all.
So this is a 55-foot long blimp. It flies at 1,000 feet. The idea is you just inflate it in a disaster area. It is operational and wind up to 50 miles an hour, and it can stay afloat in winds up to 70 miles per hour.
That was my thought when I was reading this earlier. I thought to myself, in a fire, for example, like when California is on fire, all the updrafts and all the heat and all the crazy wind and stuff.
Yeah, who knows?
That's got to be really hard for a blimp to stay afloat.
Yeah.
So also, I'm guessing it's not filled with hydrogen.
Oh.
Not good. Is it too soon for that?
All right.
Too soon
Yeah,
for
too
that?
soon. It's only been 100 years. All right. All right. Anyhow,
All right.
that's all I got there.
Okay, I find that fascinating. I wonder if that's their short-term answer to like.
Verizon's complete fail of you're over in data.
Yeah, I don't
Cut
know.
that line.
Yeah, it is. Utopia is right. It's legit useful. Like it's actually a thing. Yeah, Hindenburg. I love it. No, it's like a legit thing. I mean, I'm sure it's not cheap for the government to use it. Right?
Oh no! From what I've seen online, I was just kind of wondering what a subscription service is, and it's up there.
Yeah.
But
But how did you find out what a subscription costs?
well, it's very vague. It was actually a part of a bill that was being proposed for one state. So
Okay.
It's not very public.
It's like we need lots of money to pay AT&T to put blimps in the air.
Pretty much. Can you imagine like a regular consumer of like 5G, like regular subscription service blimp?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
travel costs.
I mean, Elon Musk wants to put satellites in space to give people internet, and I think didn't Facebook want to put a bunch of like flying airplanes with internet on them?
Yeah,
They all want to just like give internet to people so they can use their platforms.
pretty much.
Right. Yeah, at least this actually saves lives.
I mean, that's for places with no infrastructure at all, and this is just because we like to talk about
Yeah.
disasters. So,
Yes.
so this is kind of an American problem.
I was gonna say this is the American way.
I need to take pictures of this disaster, and then the emergency responders are like, "My internet's
It's
not
like
working."
you should please leave the area so we can have service. Interesting. Yeah. Very, very, very interesting. Moving on, John, let's talk about this is something that only really applies to a certain demographic. That's the word I'm looking for. But I thought it was interesting because it says something about what companies could get away with, and eventually the people who are the consumers who are buying their products are like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So and this is a little close to my heart because I own a BMW, but BMW used to charge people in the early days for CarPlay $300.
A year.
No, like
Total.
$300 to have it.
Okay.
And then they moved to a yearly model of $80 a year, so you can use CarPlay. CarPlay doesn't cost BMW
Anything.
a red cent
Yeah.
to put into their vehicles. Now, let's be realistic. I mean, a vehicle manufacturer, any manufacturer of something, has engineering costs to implement or integrate something like
But
that.
after that, it's not a cloud service for them.
Right, exactly. There's no recurring cost for them. It's nothing. But they were charging a premium for it. Until now.
Which is good.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, good on you, BMW.
Stop it, Paul. Yes, I know. It's amazing. I can't believe that. Sarcasm. I said, text is one of those things you don't really
You're
sense
picking up
sarcasm.
on the sarcasm.
But
there.
I could smell that sarcasm.
Out of all the
from a mile away.
companies that has a demographic,
What? You'll fleece people who
I
pay?
have the expensive Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, my CarPlay goes across the entire
Ha,
screen.
your Honda has AirPlay. I have a subscription service to mine.
Yeah. All right, that doesn't reflect well on me. That's not nice. Anyway, so let's talk about it. So yeah, it's officially something you don't have to pay for now. So that's
Yeah.
great. Which incidentally is a little bit of a gray area because, yeah,
I don't know, man.
that's true. No, that's true. Look, we could go off in a tangent, and I will. But BMW drivers are now not the snobby jerks that they once were.
Hey,
That is
whatever you have to tell
that's been
yourself.
now handed off to the Audi drivers.
Okay.
So Audi drivers are the ones. I am a nice guy. Just look at his face. Anyway, so man, Choo Choo, yeah, exactly. He did join us. Man, Choo Choo said he wasn't going to be here, and here he is. I'm glad to have him. Anyway, moving on from this. So again, I hit all the touch points. However, there's a caveat to this. And this is the one that I was going to it was kind of a stick to people.
Okay.
BMW makes electric cars. They make the i3, which is this little small compact electric car.
Right.
Still got to buy CarPlay for that.
Just that one car.
And the i8, which if you're not familiar with the BMW line,
Yeah.
and I can understand why, the BMW line, the i8's like their kind of supercar. It's electric, but it's got a little range extending gas motor in it, right? You have to pay for that too. That car's like $100,000 plus.
Well, you got the smug factor you have to pay for.
No, I mean, not when not the average Joe who buys an average Series 3 or 3 Series is not going to have to pay for it. But
Yeah.
So for some reason, those cost money still.
Because people don't care at that point.
But I think the electric cars are the thing.
17 miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Performance package.
It doesn't matter. It still goes very fast, and that's what you buy when you buy a car like that. That's almost entirely made out of carbon fiber. We're not going to get into car talk. I can get into car
Is
talk.
that where the CEO needs carbon credits to buy a BMW? They get one tree credit.
It's carbon. The carbon fiber is not carbon.
Oh, is that what I got
carbon
wrong?
I want to buy carbon
I thought
fiber
it was like
credits.
ground up trees, and that's how you get carbon footprint credit.
Yeah, and Paul likes the i8. It's a nice looking car. However, there's a really wide door sill on it. You have to slide over to actually get into it.
Oh.
Side note.
It's got that big battery and it's super wide.
No, there's no batteries there. I don't know what it's for. Just because when you want to see all the carbon fiber you paid for.
You're still gonna have a bigger BMW logo between you and the seat.
It's just
so you remember what you're getting into.
You done?
No, I'm not. I could go into all.
You own a Jeep Cherokee, John. You own a Jeep Cherokee.
That'd
Or no, you don't.
probably
You own
be
a
more
Jeep
practical.
Wrangler. I'm sorry, not even Cherokee. You own a Jeep Wrangler. You drive a brick.
Don't get personal.
I'm sorry.
He's attacking me now.
And he owns a Subaru, so I'm not. I don't look very good here. So my bad. All right, I'm gonna move on before I look any worse.
Okay, since Rich is already on a roll, what do you think of facial recognition, Rich?
What do I think of facial recognition?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Why?
Not one bit.
Why?
Because it's an invasion of my privacy.
Why?
Because
Let's get this rolling. Let's get the Rich machine going.
all right. First off, I don't like being tracked.
Okay.
Kind of gonna sound like some crazy prepper. I'm not a crazy prepper.
This is the
I just
tinfoil
want.
topic.
I just want tinfoil hats. I want to consent.
Yeah.
I would like to consent.
Right.
Choose to consent.
Okay, so what do you think about private? The big thing is the government and facial recognitions. Yes.
Paul is on the Jeep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's not. Are bricks aerodynamic?
If you wrap it in a shape that's aerodynamic,
Cellophane.
throw it.
No.
Cellophane? No, then it would just be a brick wrapped in cellophane.
I'd drive it. All right.
You do drive it.
All right, so there's actually been quite a few laws. I know San Francisco, Oakland, and Berkeley, as a few examples, have already put in place facial recognition laws with the government, so the police cannot track your face. However, Portland may be the...
Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
Not Portland, Maine.
Not Portland, Maine. Thank you. Portland, Oregon might be the first city that will not allow facial recognition for the government or private entities.
That's great.
Which is great.
I'm
so
happy to hear that.
advertising And I think the big argument that's probably going to get this passed is what about the children? What about the children?
What about the children?
Giving children consent to have their face recorded. And
Do you know if this impacts like the license plate scanning thing that the police do on their vehicles?
no, it doesn't involve a face. Do you have a picture
Okay,
of your face
so
on your ID?
so basically what we're assuming here is, so they're not taking pictures. They're taking pictures of everything,
Yes.
but they're not recording your face. But they're still recording everything else that law enforcement typically does. Like I was in Southern California, and I was pulled up to a red light. This is a little side note. And I'm at the red light, and it's an SUV, like a K9 unit sort of thing in the U.S. And I look over, and the top of the car, like the
cameras.
yeah, the little
Or
cameras.
license
It looked
plates.
like a Tesla. The quantity of cameras, like a Model
Like a
S,
prototype back
but
in the day.
they were just scanning license plates. That's what they're
Yeah.
doing. Is they drive around and like taking pictures of everything.
Yeah.
So like 360. So you're telling me that they can still do that?
The biggest concern here versus that is just someone saying that you were somewhere that you weren't. Or like being a potential suspect and being identified incorrectly.
But how can it be? Oh, but the cameras would make it easier to correctly identify somebody, though.
Well, right.
I'm
but
playing
talking-
devil's advocate because I don't want my picture taken and like followed around. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, wouldn't you think that would go against that and be like, oh, I got his picture, therefore?
Well, no, because there's inaccuracies with the software is the argument for this law, which
I see.
obviously will improve.
Okay.
But at the moment, apparently between women and minorities, it's not as accurate versus a white male.
So it's
there's
sexist
been-
and racist.
Yes.
Clearly, the software engineers were white guys when they were testing it. They, not
Hey,
for
it
not
got
for,
Steve. It
Yeah,
got you. You
that-
went to the bathroom
yeah.
3 times, Steve.
not for racist reasons, but
Okay.
because there's like a bunch of like the programmers were all white guys. They're like, okay, now test on me. Okay, it got me.
Got
now
it.
test on you.
Got
Oh,
it.
it got you too. Right? That's
I'll
it.
sell it to the cops. They'll
Yeah,
love it.
sell to the police.
Yeah. Oh man, we're going way off.
Oh, that was sorry.
All right, and
okay.
that's done.
Yeah.
That's done.
Night, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. So I think that it's good. I think that. Do you think this is something that's going to catch on?
Yeah.
You think that other cities will start to ban this, and we'll
Yeah.
see like a wholesale banning? Do you ever see the federal government officially banning facial
No.
recognition?
No.
You think the
It's
U.S. would
not
always
in
want that?
their interest at all.
So would you see a situation? We're just spitballing here, but like we have a bunch of states that start like saying it's illegal. We're not going to
Okay.
do it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like Paul points out, like Hong Kong, exactly. Like those people walking around with like green lasers burning out the CMOS cameras because they're taking the picture, right? So in the United States, where the states get to make their rules up until a point when then the federal government says no, we're going to pass a federal law, and then they have to conform.
Yeah, just like marijuana in Oregon.
Right, exactly. Well, eventually, thank you. But realistically, you think at a certain point, if the federal government wants facial recognition, but the states outlaw it, do you think you would ever see a law in Congress where they'd force all the states to allow
Just
it?
depends. You may have noticed that it's only tech cities that are starting to do this. Like, this isn't a paranoia thing. Like, because then it would be a lot of red states, I would imagine, that are very, like... I mean, look at, like, Montana, where I moved here from, with the Real ID. Like,
Right.
they were one of the last... Well, I guess Oregon was, too,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
But they didn't even want a driver's license with a chip in it.
Yeah, but that was mostly
Like-
because of the cost, right?
No.
It's expensive. No, it wasn't?
No, it was about the Patriot Act and about how big government and papers, please. There was a lot of paranoia about that after 9/11.
Right.
And
Papers. But like what did Paul say? It's a very dangerous situation to be put in when the government oversteps. Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, the government does it a lot, and we don't notice it until patriots like Edward Snowden actually call him out. By the way, I'm in the Patriot. This one's a Patriot camp. That's my.
you have mentioned it several times.
How about yes? He's a Patriot. But now I'm on a list. Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
All right,
They
so-
got a picture of your face. All over
Who
the
knew that this would be
YouTubes.
such a lengthy discussion? Shall we move on?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to something that's not about the government. Oh, this is mine. Okay. I'm gonna not go on a rant. I
Yes,
want to
he is.
so go on a rant here because does anybody out who's watching right now not know what Craigslist is? Pause for dramatic effect. Okay, Craigslist is a free website where
I
people
like how
can.
you explain it anyhow, even though no one.
Well,
heard
yeah, I don't know. Maybe some people like who knows.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Craigslist has been around since I feel like when ARPANET was created, and what was his name? Al Gore created the internet. Craigslist was right next to him, going, "I have a buy sell trade website. I'm ready to go." Right? It's literally been a staple of the internet since
It's been on,
forever.
and the website hasn't changed at all.
No, exactly. It hasn't changed at all, except been all that time, and it's extremely popular. Great place for people to say they want to buy your product and then ghost you. That's a perfect place for that.
Yeah.
They've never had their own app, right?
Which is kind of crazy.
There's tons of apps. I even had an app for my iPhone a while back, has made it easier to search for stuff. They now officially have their own app, and I'm going to show it to you because it's a thing of wonder.
It probably looks exactly. Oh yes, it does.
It looks just like Craigslist, but this is the iOS version. It's really.
This is like iPhone 1 stuff right here.
It's Craigslist. It's exactly what I expect. It's like a miniature version of Craigslist in an app, right?
I mean, what else would you want?
I don't know. I would want something better, but it's free.
Hippie
You can
van,
get
1967. Wow.
this speaks to exactly.
That's only $400.
And
Wait,
so-
$420. Huh?
Get it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in Portland. Buzzing.
Is it really?
Yeah, that says Portland at the top.
Of course
Anyway,
it is. Oh, you're right.
so that's available now for iOS. It took them. I mean, everyone's talking about Craigslist has been around for 13 years. Is what they say. And they haven't. And this app is, you could say 13 years in the making. Then basically, it's available for iOS right now. You can get the Android version as a beta. Your eyes are glazing over. You're like, I don't care about this.
No, that's
Hey,
sorry, wasn't that
Craigslist is a
obvious?
great way of getting rid of some junk. So I'm just saying, it's good stuff. You want to buy my Craigslist stuff.
These are actually all Rich's items.
Yeah, I
for
post
sale
them in
right
other
here.
cities. I'm catfishing
He's
all these
off the
people.
grid.
I am like, that's my house right there, the pink one. No, it's not. No, it's not. Anyway, so yeah, that's a thing. It only took 11 years to make that up, even though it's
Proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
It's our first week back of our 2-week vacation and everything.
All
just
right,
fell.
this is a super minor tidbit, but we're a big fan of all the different game launchers.
You mean platforms for buying games?
Yeah.
I cannot get. Actually, let me take that back. The thing I like to install on my computer more than games?
Game, like launchers?
Game launchers and,
Yeah.
and purchase platforms.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes. Can I count the ways? No.
All right.
But
So Red Dead 2 came out last month for PC on Rockstar's launcher. Well, now it is on Steam.
launchers
officially.
everywhere. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. You're not anybody in the game industry unless you have your own game
You have
launching
to have your own
platform.
launcher. So you don't have to have Rockstar's. You can just join Steam and be a month late, which is cool because the game's already been out for a year.
Yeah, on PlayStation, right?
So, I've been excited to play this game, but waiting for it to come out on Steam today, December 5th. Check it out. It looks awesome.
He's gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it too because everybody's buying it.
I'll get it eventually, but it's on the
Eventually.
list.
Go get it. I even wrote it in the title there. Go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it. But I don't say what.
Just on Steam. Watch, we just
On
completely
Steam
avoid
right
the
now.
topic.
Go get Steam. Can we just name all the platforms?
I think we've actually done this
I want to do
before.
it again because I think it's important to note. Okay.
Okay.
And
All right.
and Paul, Manchuchu, everyone in the
We need
audience,
some help.
we need some help. Okay.
Bethesda.
Bethesda has their own launcher.
Yeah, for 76.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's one.
Okay, Steam. Which
Steam.
is like that. We should be on the list because that's like the one that
It should have been the first one since it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steam was the OG.
All right. BNet.
BattleNet.
Yep.
Wait, BattleNet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It only carries Blizzard and Activision games, but okay. Fair.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much the idea of all of them. Right?
That's their whole. Okay.
All right.
Next.
Origin.
Origin.
What is Ubisoft? Uplay.
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 Yep.
Um.
Yeah, Rockstar. Paul's right. Rockstar's got their own.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't remember what they call it, but it's the Rockstar.
GOG, which is actually like.
You got Epic over there.
Oh yeah.
GOG. Right?
GOG's like a legitimate one though, because it's like specific to. It's like Steam for old games. So,
Yeah, but they also have new games on there too. They want to be Steam.
Yeah, it's not owned by like Epic or Blizzard though. Anyhow.
Okay. Okay, so it's agnostic.
What are we at now?
We're at I don't know. We're at 9. App. Well, he's got a what? Do you what? You gonna count arcade? You gonna count guys out there? Do you count arcade? Apple Arcade as a platform?
That's Ubisoft. Doesn't Ubisoft make Assassins?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ubisoft. Yeah.
You use the engine, not the.
Yeah. No, that's called Uplay. Get it? Yeah.
Uplay.
So wait, are we gonna count Apple's platform or not?
I don't think so.
Because if we're gonna count that,
Then we have to count Android Store, and then we have to count.
well, no, because it's actually a purchase. Okay, Paul says yes. Windows Store. I ran out of.
Sea of Thieves on there.
Okay, where are we at now? That's like
11.
that's 12.
xCloud, Xbox xCloud.
Well,
That's Microsoft Store.
PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation Now. Stadia, by the way, really great platform. You might want to buy it. I'm telling you, Stadia, it's going to be the future.
Oh,
Look at
someone
that.
broke the cell phone rule.
Someone didn't mute their phone. He's fired. Okay, what else we got? Are you
Okay,
gonna? Thank you.
First show since Thanksgiving. Ladies
Well,
and
actually,
gentlemen.
we're at like 14 right now. We got to be
Yeah.
missing some.
I need less hard drive space, guys. Let's get some more here.
Oh.
Anyhow, all right.
Okay,
Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption. You can redeem it on Steam. See what I did
Moral
there?
story.
Oh my gosh!
All right, you got anything else? What other topics you got here?
I think that was it for topics. To be honest,
All right.
that was enough of a train wreck. So John, you get to do the closing, right?
Oh, great.
All right, let's talk about it.
Well, I'm John. This is Rich.
Hold
we
on.
have
Sorry, that's John.
Yeah,
This is me.
I'm John. This is Rich.
Okay.
And we have a
I'm
Patreon.
up
You guys
here.
should definitely check that out.
There it is. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Please just don't hold this episode against the channel. All right.
All right.
We now have a Patreon. Definitely check that out.
That's right.
We also have some swag.
Oh yeah, you want me to swag?
Yeah,
button?
let's just keep moving along here.
Patreon shout-outs, which we'll do every month. Swag, John.
Swag. I still have a lady in my face.
No, she's on your face. Could you please bite? Just...
No, I'm not gonna. Is that why she's there?
Tell them about the Discord.
We're gonna tell them about the Discord. So
Why don't you explain the Patreon?
okay, so Patreon.
apparently
I'm
I'm
gonna go
just
back
great.
because
I know
John's
that
just
if you-
John's rushed through this. If you like what we do and you want to support us, like a few people have, and we love you very much for it, please check out our Patreon. You can support us for something as little as $1 a month, which gets you access to our. Does that get us access to the Discord? So $1 a month gets you access to our Discord. $5 a month gets you what, Brandon? It gets a shout out and access to the Discord, and and our undying admiration and love. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Manchuchu, he's a Patreon patron. Anyway, so if it's something you can do, please consider doing it. We appreciate you guys being here. Anyway, John, go back to your talkings now.
All right, we have swag.
We have
In
swag.
fact, we are wearing swag right
He's
now.
wearing a swag. I'm wearing a swag. Am I saying that right? Swag.
Sure, swag. We know swag.
Swiggity.
Check it out. Sports the channel. We are primarily a YouTube channel.
We are only a YouTube channel.
Well, we are broadcasting to a few different things right now.
We are.
If you are watching on a different platform right now, go to the YouTubes and watch our sweat, blood, and tears
Yes.
in person on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes, please.
On the YouTubes.
And then of course, thank you.
for watching.
We'll be back next Thursday in tip-top shape.
Same professionalism, same channel.
100% professional. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Manchuchu. Thank you, Matt Edwards. Thank you, Topia. Thank you,
Jamie.
Jamie. Thank you, everybody. We will see you again next week.
Thank you.
Toodles.